It is agreed by those who know that night landings, or night traps as they're also called, are extremely difficult because of the loss of visual references. There's no horizon, and you can't see the deck. And yet, as the Air Boss puts it, everyone seems to get quite good at it. But according to one veteran pilot, everybody has a night in the barrel.
Vertigo in flying at night is a very prominent problem. A pilot has to rely on his instincts and his training to fly the aircraft by instruments. Believe what you see and not what you feel. The biggest problem that will occur is that guys will then begin to they feel that they're in a left-hand turn, they don't believe the instrumentation that they see in front of them, and they may try to correct. Henceforth, they get themselves in a lot of trouble.
And then there is the weather. Heavy winds and rough seas, sleet, snow, ice, and men in airplanes on a slippery deck.
He calls you at
Lieutenant Mike Bouvier.
You should break out. And he say, okay, you're at 3/4 of a mile, call the ball, which is a key to transition to a visual scan. And the LSOs at that point pick you up visually and start talking to you. Well, at 3/4 of a mile, he said, call the ball. I looked out, and there was no ball because, in fact, I was still in the clouds. So I waited and waited, and I'm still flying. This is about the last 15 to 20 seconds of flight. I'm waiting a number of seconds and I'm still flying the needles down to the minimum altitude, and I still don't see anything. Finally, about the time I'm going to add power and take it around, the LSOs say paddles contact, which means they see me, even though I don't see the ship. They see my landing light. They say paddles contact, little right for lineup, little power back on. So they're giving me some call before I can see the ship. My heart's going at about 400 beats a minute, of course, at this point. And about 3, 4, 5 seconds later, I finally start to see something. I break out, which means I get clear of the clouds and see an outline of the ship, pick up the meatball, which is my saving grace there, and I make a last-minute play for the deck. I can't see any of the lineup because the snow's falling on the deck and melting and creating like a shimmering effect to where the landing area is not illuminated. But I see a couple airplanes on the left and a line of airplanes on the right and kind of go, well, this is about right. I get it aboard, catch a 4-wire, but that was probably the toughest landing I ever had, I imagine.